Kroger Tenderay Beef. No other beef so fresh can be so tender. Presents Hearts in Harmony, transcribed. K is for Kroger. C is for cut. B is for beef. KCB means Kroger cut beef. And Kroger cut beef means more meat for your money. Yes, Kroger cut beef gives you more meat, less waste. And the reason is this. Before the meat is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess bone, excess waste, and stringy ends. Mind you, that's before the meat is weighed and priced, which means more meat for your money. And it's top U.S. government grades of beef. It's tender, juicy, rich red, and marbled with just the right amount of flavory fat. Yes, in Kroger cut beef, you get a better value in top-grade beef. For example, take a specific cut of beef, say a Kroger cut chuck roast. Before the roast is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess waste and stringy meat. That means you get a better value because you get more solid meat, only a minimum of bone. Yes, you receive more meat, less waste, whether you buy a steak or a roast. So visit your neighborhood Kroger store soon. Get Kroger cut beef. It gives you more meat for your money. And now, Hearts in Harmony. When Penny Gibbs' brother Pat wrote from a New York hospital a few days ago that he was not seriously ill, Penny convinced her mother that it was not necessary to go to the city to see him. But the hospital wired Mrs. Gibbs this morning that her son has taken a turn for the worse. And Penny says,
Mother, you're sure you haven't left anything out of the suitcase?
No, I've checked everything, Penny. Would you help me close it, dear, please?
Darling. Oh, this isn't the suitcase that keeps popping open, is it?
No, I was very careful to avoid that one. Now, push the snaps down, darling.
All right, just a minute.
Okay, and the suitcase is closed.
Wouldn't you feel better if I went with you, darling?
Oh, you know I'd love to have you with me, dear, but there's no point in your coming along.
You're sure you don't want me to go with you now?
It's so unnecessary for both of us to go, darling. Besides, you have so much to do here.
Yes, I realize that, but Nora and Peg can manage for a few days if you'd like me to go with you.
Darling, I'd love to have you with me, and I know it'd do Pat a world of good to see you. But it'd be such a waste for both of us to go, and I'm not even sure how much good it'll do for me to go. And I wouldn't go, except that wire from the hospital worries me.
I should have let you go last week when you heard from Pat. Look, if you do want me in New York, you phone me or send me a telegram or something.
You know I will.
Now, you promise me, because if you don't, I'll worry.
I promise, dear.
You be sure you keep it, too. And don't you worry about anything here. I'll keep my eye on things. You forget Valerie and Jed and all the rest of us, and you just concentrate on Pat.
Oh, I know you'll take care of everything here, darling. I just hope I won't be gone so long that I upset any of your personal plans.
Well, it's time like this, the personal matters should be set aside. Besides, I have no immediate plans of my own anyway. So you stay in New York as long as you like.
Oh, I shouldn't be away for more than 2 or 3 days, dear.
If you do have to stay longer, let me know. As a matter of fact, keep me posted about Pat every day, will you? You needn't write a letter, just a card.
Oh, don't worry. You'll hear from me.
All right.
All ready to leave, Mrs. Billings?
Oh, hello, Peg. Yes, I'm leaving in just a few minutes.
Peg, you look as if you're all dressed with someplace to go.
Oh, no, I'm not going anywhere. I just felt like dressing up a little. Makes me feel good. You aren't going to New York, are you, Penny?
No, it isn't necessary at the moment. But I might go later if Mother needs me.
Oh, but I'm sure I won't.
Well, I certainly hope you don't, Mrs. Billings. I don't think we could manage around here with you and Penny both gone. I hope your son isn't seriously ill.
Thank you, Peg. I know you do. Now, you won't let Penny do too much while I'm gone, will you?
No, I'll keep an eye on her.
Between what Peg and Nora do around here, there's nothing left for me to do. Oh, there's Johnny's car.
Well, we better hurry down or he'll upset the whole neighborhood blowing that horn.
Poor Johnny will make a regular taxi driver out of him.
I'll carry your bag, Mrs. Billings.
Oh, thank you, Peg.
Now, remember, Mother, you promised to let me know about Pat every day.
Yes.
And be sure you keep that promise or I'll come to New York.
Penny? Penny, the phone's ringing.
Oh, I'll get it, Peg. Hello?
Hello, is this the Gibbs home?
Yes, it is.
Well, does Peg Martin live there? Mrs. James Martin, I mean.
Yes, she does. Just a minute.
Thanks.
Peg,
Mm-hmm.
it's for you.
For me?
Mm-hmm. Some man.
Oh, some man or some man? Which do you mean, darling?
I'm afraid I can't tell over the telephone.
Curious. I wonder who could be calling me.
I don't know, but there is a way to find out. The phone is yours.
Thank you.
I think I better go out on the porch and see if Valerie's all right.
Oh, I'm sure she is, dear.
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Martin?
Yes?
Hello, Peg. How are you?
Fine. Who's this?
You don't know?
No, I don't. I really don't like guessing.
This is a dirty trick, isn't it? I hoped you'd remember me. This is George.
George?
Sure, George Lewis.
Oh, George! Well, for heaven's sake, how are you?
Well, I'm all right now that you remembered me.
Oh, this is such a surprise. Where are you?
In Rossville. Just driving through.
But, George, how did you know I was here?
Well, I saw your mother last week, and she told me you'd been here for a long time, so I thought I'd come up this way.
You saw Mother last week? Oh, I thought you were out on the coast.
Well, I was, but things got a little dull out there, and I heard a rumor your husband was dead, so I thought maybe you needed help from an old friend. That's what friends are for, you know. Even old ones.
Oh, you're sweet. Still the same old George, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Only a little older, George. What are you doing up here?
Oh, it's a long, long story. Most of which wouldn't interest you.
No, that's no way to talk to Big George Lewis. Look, how are chances of seeing you?
Oh, I'd love to see you, George, and I'm sure that Julie will, too.
Oh, yeah, sure. How is that daughter of yours?
Oh, she's getting so big. She's almost 6 years old.
Well, almost 6. Well, the years are a lot shorter than they used to be, aren't they?
They're a lot leaner.
Guess it hasn't been easy for you. Look, how about seeing you, Peg? I can come right up.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Don't bother getting dressed. I'll see you just the way you are.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm rather dressed up right now. I must have had a premonition that something nice was going to happen to me. Look, George, do you know how to get here from where you are?
No, but I got your address from your mother. I'll find the place. See you in a few minutes, Peg. Bye.
Bye. Oh, Penny!
Yes, Peg.
Penny, I know I should have asked you first, but I got so excited I didn't think.
Should have asked me what?
That was George Lewis on the phone. He was one of my husband's closest friends.
Yeah?
I invited him up here. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, well, of course not. You know, you seem as excited as a schoolgirl.
Penny, I am. You know, I haven't seen George in 5 whole years. I never expected to hear from him here in Rossville. I guess that's reason enough to be excited.
I guess so. Does he know about Jim?
Yeah. Yes, I imagine he does. You see, he heard from Mother that I was up here, so I imagine that she told him about Jim, too.
Mm-hmm.
George is such a nice person. He drove all the way up to Rossville to see me, just because he thought Jim's death meant trouble for me.
Oh, that's sweet. You know, I'd invite him to stay here with us, but I don't know where I'd put him.
Oh, Penny, I wouldn't dream of asking you to do that. Anyway, he's just passing through. If he stays here in Rossville at all, it'll be just for a day or two. See, he has a job. He's a traveling salesman for some West Coast company.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's on vacation now, at least I imagine so. Oh, it'll be wonderful to see him. Be just like old times.
Maybe like new times.
Penny, what do you mean?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. It's just that I found happiness and I want everyone else to find it too, Peg. And there's a look in your face that makes me think
Peg.
Oh, George.
You're glad to see me, are you? Well, let me have a look at you.
George, let me see. Let me have a look at you, too.
Why, you're prettier than ever, Peg. 5 years prettier.
Thank you. You're just the same.
Ugly as ever, am I?
No. You know that you're one of the handsomest men I've ever known.
Oh, I always said you never knew enough men.
Well, I knew one too many. You know that. Here, wait. Let me close the door.
Say, this is a nice place here. Fine-looking house.
Yes, it is nice, isn't it? I'd introduce you to my hostess, George, but she's conveniently out right now.
What do you mean, conveniently?
Well, I mean, I'm glad she's not here, or, you know something?
What?
You wouldn't think that I'm so pretty.
Oh, Penny Gibbs owns this place, does she?
Yes. You've heard me talk about her, haven't you? We went to camp together, remember? Oh, it was years ago.
Years ago. Almost everything seems years ago. Well, Peg, tell me all about yourself.
No, George. Here, you sit down, and you tell me all about you.
Well, there's nothing much to tell. I'm still more or less on the job with that West Coast company.
What do you mean, more or less?
Yeah, making more and working less.
Oh.
Only the company doesn't know it.
You're the same old George, all right.
Well, I'm getting along. I always did get along, didn't I?
And how you did. Jim was always so jealous of you.
Well, I'm the one who was jealous of Jim. After all, he married you. Oh, and how he used to lord that over me. I remember once offering to trade him my job for you. Good old Jimmy. He didn't think that was a bit funny. I hear he was shot and killed trying to escape from the police.
Yes, George. It was right here in Rossville. Did Mother happen to tell you why he was arrested?
Yes. He tried to kill you and wounded this Penny Gibbs friend of yours.
Yes. But not seriously, thank goodness.
Poor old Jim. He never did anything right, did he?
Well, of all...
Well, I didn't mean it that way, Peg. I meant it was just like Jim to try to shoot his way out of something instead of talk his way out of it. Look, honey, what are you doing in Rossville?
Well, I'm living here for the time being.
Aren't there a lot of other places to live?
Yes, there are, but I happen to like it here.
Look, sweetheart,
What?
What about those plans of yours?
Oh, not now, George.
Well, what's the matter? Jim's gone, bless his soul. We did all right together before Jim came along. Why can't we pick up where Jim interrupted?
Because, George, things are a little different now.
Oh, now, look, don't give me that. What's different? Who's different? I'm older, you're older. Julie isn't a babe in arms anymore. By the way, where is the little tyke?
Oh, she went out to the playground with Nora, the girl here. She'll be back soon.
Good. Look, what about it, sweetheart?
No, George. Not right now. Maybe later.
What's later mean? I'll be pushing on tomorrow or the next day.
Well, just keep in touch with me. Let me know where you are. I have plans of my own for the moment.
You mean I'm out?
No, but this is something I have to do alone. Then, after it's done, well, that's where you come in.
I don't get it.
You will. Maybe you'd like to stick around town a few days and see for yourself. I might even be able to use you.
Okay. Maybe I will. So you think you need my help, do you? Same old Peg. Yes, sweetheart. Now I know you're the same old Peg.
Just who is George Lewis, and what does he mean to Peg Martin? And how will his appearance in Rossville affect the happiness of Penny Gibbs? Be sure to listen to the next dramatic episode of Hearts in Harmony. KCB. KCB. KCB means Kroger cut beef, and Kroger cut beef means more meat for your money. That's right. Kroger cut beef gives you more meat, less waste, because before the meat is weighed and priced, the Kroger method of cutting beef removes excess bone, excess waste, and stringy ends. For example, if porterhouse steak is your favorite, you'll find that at Kroger's you don't pay steak price for stringy ends and waste. The Kroger method of cutting beef removes the long, stringy end and excess waste before the steak is weighed and priced. But see for yourself by visiting your Kroger store. Notice that you get more meat, less waste, and it's top U.S. government grades of beef. Beef that's tender, juicy, rich red, and marbled with just the right amount of flavory fat. Remember, whether you buy a steak or a roast, Kroger cut beef gives you more meat for your money. Yes, everybody's happy when you go to your neighborhood Kroger store for Kroger cut beef. Your family loves the deliciousness, the juicy flavor of Kroger beef. You love the way it cooks up so perfectly. And your pocketbook loves the fact that Kroger cut beef gives you more meat for your money. Get some without delay. Get Kroger cut beef and get more meat, less waste at your neighborhood Kroger store. Be sure to listen in tomorrow, same time, same station, for another absorbing transcribed chapter of Hearts in Harmony.